Hi everyone. So today is a impromptu idea that I thought I'd do because the Will Smith and Chris Rock slapping situation at the Oscars, I feel presents a unique opportunity for me to react and give my take on why the behavior had manifested based on personality type. I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys how I analyze behavior, and hopefully it will foster more understanding and compassion as to why people behave the way they do, whether morally it be right or wrong. So I've actually already typed Will Smith in my typing practice and research. So I just want to clarify that I have not typed him according to this particular incident because I typed by speech patterns and he hasn't really said very much, and I don't tend to type with stereotype behavior to avoid bias as much as possible. So Will Smith is an ESFP, and in a healthy, normal, relaxed state, ESFPs are very lovely people to be around. They tend to be very fun, silly types, very charming, but also can be very introspective and emotionally aware. And they're very good at bringing the energy in a room up, bringing people's vibes up. They're very inspiring and great motivational speakers. They definitely are very good at cheering people up. If there was one type out of the 16 that is the best at winning people over based on purely first impressions, then it's usually the ESFP. So the context of this particular scenario at the Oscars is that this year the Oscars is very important, if not arguably the most important event in Will Smith's career and his life. You can say that his whole acting and entertaining career is culminating into this one night where he is finally being ultimately recognized. Further context would be there's a controversy with the Oscars being accused of being racially discriminatory, and this year finally the front runner, the clear winner, is an African American. So you can see how personally this would mean so much to Will Smith. On top of that, he's almost this year a symbol of the progression towards racial equality. There's just so much meaning on this one night, on this one award. And then on top of that, the past few years haven't been easy in his private life. He has reconciled with his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, after she's had to publicly, embarrassingly admit to this entanglement she had, which essentially was an affair. And that couldn't have been easy. And on top of that, all their dirty laundry had to be aired out wide in the open for the whole world to see and judge, just because they're Hollywood A-listers. This Oscar night means a lot for his family as well, and the Oscars is a symbol that they've triumphed through all that. So imagine all the nerves, all the feelings and emotions and attached to this event even before the slap happened.
Wow, dude. Yes. It was a G.I. Jane jump. Keep my wife's name out your...
He is normally known to be quite a friendly, easygoing kind of guy. So what happened there? So I could explain it knowing that his type is ESFP and therefore he has this functional stack. So the letters in the bubbles is the cognitive functions, and each one determines how we perceive the world and also how we make decisions. As an ESFP, with the context that I gave and how I think Will Smith is emotionally feeling, he's already on the edge. And he's already on edge because of his lowest function, introverted intuition, NI. NI essentially is a function that envisions the unmanifested future, and it tends to only see one clear outcome. As the lowest function, which is a function that we are most reluctant to engage in, but yet we always hope to be good at, it means means that they are very anxious, firstly, about what the future holds, how things could pan out. They are not at all confident in the future that they envision, which they often call their gut feeling. And so with Will Smith, he might be already freaking out about what this Oscar means to him if he wins, and also what does it mean if he doesn't win. He would be juggling between whether to freak out about one or the other or to not freak out. Basically, so much is at stake here. Even though everyone seems to think this year that he's definitely going to be the one who wins, he would not have that certainty until the award physically manifests, because his intuitive function, NI, is at the lowest spot. He would always be anxious and not confident about what the future holds until something tangible manifests. FI is introverted feeling, which is all about being very certain about how I feel personally about something, how something makes me feel. And also, what do I value? What are my values? Attached to extroverted sensing, SE, it means that they have to take action on whatever they are feeling and whatever they value. SE is a very action-doing function. It's practical. It hates not being able to do something. And the other thing is, any function in the second slot comes with a feeling of responsibility to not ignore it. So in an ESFP's case, he cannot ignore how he feels. Any decision he makes or whatever situation or relationship he puts himself in, it has to make him feel good. If an ESFP does not feel good or thinks that they're in a situation or doing something that is completely out of line with what they value, they are very unhappy. And because of SE, they are restless. They cannot sit still with those negative vibes. I feel this is what explained Will Smith's sudden explosive aggression. He's already on edge, as I said, and not feeling his best self. The joke made him feel even worse because he's thinking, this is meant to be my night. Why are you making digs at my wife, who I value, on her boldness, which is something I'm very aware that she is very insecure about. An added factor is that people with SC in the top two functions, let alone the top function, they are very good at reading physical cues to the point that it's scary. They read minute details in the atmosphere. They read minute details on body language, on facial expressions. It's hyper definition for them to the point that they probably don't even realize it because they take it so for granted, and it almost feels like intuition. And who knows what Will Smith read in that split second from his wife's reaction. Maybe he saw that she was deeply hurt. You don't know what he read in Chris Rock's expression or his laugh afterwards, that he might have read that it might have been a more personal dig, and so he just snaps. Extroverted sensing does live in the moment. It sees red and it actions, does not think about consequences, which again is their lowest function, introverted intuition. I guess that's how I see the situation, and that's how I explain why he did what he did. Just to an added note, when he was giving his acceptance speech, he was basically being authentic, which is what FI dominant types are good at. And he's gained quite a lot of sympathy for it because the reason for his actions is totally based on his values, which is to love those he loves and to fiercely protect them, which is what an ESFP are compelled to do. SC is a fiercely loyal function. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, entertaining, or comprehensible, then please do like and subscribe. If you wanted me to help you analyze and find out your personality type and therefore how you should work with yourself and work through your relationships, then please find booking details in the description box below.